What's up, YouTube? I'm Mr. Bradley. My colleague, T-Ball.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another exciting episode of the Heat Waves podcast. Doing some NFL for you guys this week. These are our primetime picks, the games that we thought will stand out this week.
But this is week 7. We're going to do the first primetime key game. Packers 4-1, coming off a horrible loss to the Tampa Bay Bucks, taking on and going to the Texans, who are 1-5 and barely scraping by. T-Ball, I'm going to let you go first.
Yeah, Packers coming off a tough loss against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or should I say the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Re-say that? What's that?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
There you go. That is
patent. ESPN's got that. But anyways, yeah, they're coming off a tough loss. Defense, like I said, with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just really stepped up. They got at least 14 of their points put up on that board there. Packers are actually 5-0 all-time in Houston. They basically own all Texas teams. Yeah, the Texans are 1-5, but the Texans can pass their ass off. Watson is still balling regardless of losing, 4 games this year. He's had 4 touchdowns last week, 300-plus yards. I think it was like 335 yards last week.
Yeah, it was a back-and-forth game and stuff like that.
He has 300 yards every week. But
I'll get to that in a minute.
And the Pack don't play the pass that well. They're allowing 70% percentage from opposing quarterbacks, and the highest passer rating, so not looking good. But teams who pass a lot have good success against the Texans, which is something the Packers do well.
Yep.
Texans not good on the run either. So I think the Texans' big problem this year has been the defensive side of the ball. I mean, obviously J.J. Watt is not. He's doing his job, but he doesn't have a whole lot of help this year either, and you can obviously tell.
Losing Clowney.
Yeah, the defense is definitely lacking for the Texans. I see that's the only way the Packers actually skate by is just because the Texans actually just have a much weaker defense than the Packers do. I think the Texans are a little fired up off of last week, and I can't even remember the last time Aaron Rodgers actually lost back-to-back games.
Last time the Packers and Aaron Rodgers lost back-to-back games was 2018, brother. Weeks 11 through 13 in that season. So almost 2 years ago, basically.
Yeah, so it's a rarity, and I think, with that lackluster defense the Texans have, that explains a lot why they're 1-5. Unfortunately, like I said, the Packers coming off a tough loss last week. I don't see that continuing this week. I think the Packers take this football game, but it's definitely going to be a pass-happy football game, especially since the Texans, run game ain't looking that good. Basically, whole defense just ain't looking good. I think that's going to be their downfall.
Yeah, they even went out and traded DeAndre Hopkins for David Johnson, like you're talking about, and he's not a bad running back. But they're just not getting it done on the ground like that. They are doing, decently, but they've been playing from behind. So you got to factor in what you were talking about of him throwing for 300 yards every game and stuff. They're always playing from behind, so it's almost like garbage yards most of the time because I don't give it to Deshaun Watson. Like, I get it. He's good. He's a top 10 quarterback, right? But he's just barely in my top 10 because there's just so many other guys can do more than what he can. He's just not that accurate to me. Yeah, he throws a lot of yards, but like I said, garbage yards. And he also has Brandon Cooks and Will Fuller.
I think a lot of people would disagree. A lot of people would say he's probably one of the top 5 quarterbacks.
Wasn't in my top 5. If you guys went back and looked at that,
that's true.
It wasn't in my top 5, but I just don't see the Aaron Rodgers going out and having 2 dud games in a row. He never had back-to-back games where he didn't throw a single touchdown.
Right.
And that dates back to 1950. And I don't think it's going to start here against the Texans that, like you said, defense gives up so many yards. And let me go on that. Defense is giving up 7th worst in completion percentage. That's good for Aaron Rodgers because he doesn't really make mistakes. Last week was just a bad throw in that pick 6. The other one was off Devontae Adams. Wasn't his fault. 9th most yards allowed by a defense in the league. They're in the top 9 most. 5th worst in touchdowns allowed, passing touchdowns. So that all those 3 things right there. All those 3 things right there just, go right into Aaron Rodgers' hand and pocket, and he's going to do what he does best and throw it and sling it all over this defense. The defense is good. J.J. Watt is a good player, like you're saying. He's just not as dominant as he used to be. I don't know what's going on with it, but I just don't see
falling apart.
The Packers losing another back-to-back game, and I definitely don't see Aaron Rodgers getting shut out in the touchdown column this week, especially with a team that can't, stop anybody really on defense.
Yeah.
Them and the Seahawks give up a lot of yards, but shout out to Randall Cobb. He's going to be facing his former team. He's actually been doing pretty well over there in the slot.
I didn't know Randall Cobb was still playing.
Yeah, he definitely is. But I like the Packers here. It's actually a lock of the week that they're going to come back. They're pissed from last week, T-Ball.
Oh yeah, they're pretty.
They're fucking pissed. Matt LaFleur, he just had no answer for that defense, and this is not a defense even close to the Bucks. So give me the Packers of the lock of the week.
Both got the Packers here. Like we said, Packers coming off a tough loss last week. Texans just aren't looking good at 1-5. Both of us got going with the Packers. Let us know who you got in this one. If you got anything else for us, let us know down there in the comments. Don't forget to like, tell your friends, subscribe, do all that good stuff.
Absolutely. I'm Mr. Bradley. That's T-Ball. Thanks, guys, for sticking around, and stay tuned for the next Primetime Key Game.